Rush. Your adrenaline audio. Crosswave. The right hit music mix.
Let's go. The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
It's 2019, baby.
All the hits. One station.
Bringing you the best mix of the best music.
Nothing but the baddest and best music.
Broadcasting worldwide.
One hit at a time.
Music.
Online.
One station. Hit music. All the hits.
24/7 around the world. Non-stop. This is Crosswave.
The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, a musical talk show with in-studio guest performers and interesting program features, anchored by the man with many titles: musician, producer, actor, director, YouTuber, filmmaker. Well, the list is long because he's the man and more. So friends, Canadians, ladies and gentlemen, your Sunday midday fun starts here. Welcome to the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 24 of the Sit Down. Yeah, of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. Mm-hmm. We made it, everybody. We made it. And of course, I'm here joined, as always, by the greatest co-host in not just this galaxy, but all galaxies. The one and only
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, everyone, or magandang hapon. We cannot say good morning because it's not morning.
Yeah, we're at a slightly different time today.
Yes.
You know, scheduling issues and things.
Yes, but we made it. It's our 24th episode. Holy smokes, here we are.
And pretty exciting. So what would you get up to this week, Regine?
Well, the pageant is coming up 2 weeks away. 27th of April. So that's coming quick. So I've been just working out, doing a lot of preparations, mentally, physically, you know it. How about you?
That stuff. What have I been? It's been busy. Yesterday was a very busy day. And our current guest actually wait, his mic's not on.
Turn his mic on.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
There we go. Can we hear you now? There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our current guest today will tell us all about how yesterday went. But we were shooting a music video all day long for this artist.
So while you were shooting a music video, I was at a concert yesterday.
Yeah, what concert was it?
I went to the Ice Siggi and Juris yesterday. It was fun. So it's funny because my mom, like, she knew that I listened to a lot of music growing up, and I did musical theater growing up. So she's like, "Oh, I've never heard of Juris before. Like, I don't know who she is," but she knew the other singer, and I made her listen to it, and she's like, "Oh, that sounds like how you used to sing in high school." I'm like, "Yes, because I would mimic her music."
Okay.
So she's like, "Oh, okay, now I get it."
So this was like a big moment for you.
Yeah.
It was. I used to listen to both of them. I used to sing both their songs, and to see them both perform the music and still sound the same. I felt like I was in high school again, actually.
That's awesome.
So you're also a singer now?
No, not anymore.
As they call it, singer in the shower.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
Well, actually, what we've been saying is like one of the things we've been pushing, because I'm trying to get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, is when we get to 1,000 subs, Regine and I are going to do a song together on my YouTube channel.
Yikes.
Oh,
and then he's going to lose subscribers.
We got 1,000 and then from 1,000
Actually, no.
just...
You know what my mom said, and I'm going to use her line. She says, "I can sound like those singers, and then I wake up in the morning."
Yeah,
I know
that's
she's
all right.
listening. That's why I said it. Hi, Mom.
Well, we'll see. I have a feeling Regine has a nicer voice than she's letting on. That's what I think.
Yes.
And I think we'll find out if you can get me to 1,000 subs.
So pull out actually, after this episode, don't do it now because you're going to lose us. Go on to youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown and hit the subscribe button and the little bell.
So you guys, please do it, because this guy is very talented.
And then while you're there, go hit up our guest.
Yeah, speaking of our guest, in fact, we should probably. This is your like third time on the show.
Time.
Yeah, third time. So let's introduce our guest. I actually didn't even have your bio here because I don't really need to.
He's our MVP. Of guests.
He was on our very first episode, right? And then I think he was also featured on our Christmas episode, the Christmas special.
The Christmas extravaganza.
And now he's here today on our 24th episode. He's a singer from Italy originally, and a few years ago he traveled across the sea
guys to get here.
to land here in this
On the
city of
sit-down.
Toronto.
You
To land
just get
here on the
right
sit-down.
here.
Exactly, to get right here. And he's writing music. He's a singer-songwriter. He's a YouTuber as well.
He is the one and only
Siggi. Hello.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And thank all the people that are tuning in this beautiful sit down with you guys.
This
Because
wonderful.
I can only say good things about you. I really enjoy what you do. And
You
the
have
chances.
to say that because Scott does your videography.
Exactly. And I was about to say when you were guys talking about the subs, I mean, there's so many people there in the business now. We have a chance with all this technology to put out our ideas and to have a saying in all this chaos that we live every day. And of course, there are some, there are better things and there are not so good things online. But here we have Scott Dion, and as he was mentioned yesterday, we worked on a very interesting video for Truth, which is the latest single that I released a couple months ago now.
Which you can find right now on
YouTube, anywhere.
YouTube, Spotify as well.
What's your YouTube channel?
You just go Siggi Music and it will pop out.
Siggi.
Thank you, guys.
Music.
Which is actually my last name. My last name is Sigismondi, but you can see it yourself. It's a little too Italian for Americans or North Americans, so I had to do something about it.
Siggi.
And that's why it's Siggi.
But Siggi sticks.
Yeah, Siggi does. It's catchy. Although a lot of people, I find a lot of people will be like, Ziggy?
It
I'm like,
is Ziggy.
no. I guess because maybe people, like Ziggy is kind of a name that people know from other things.
For music, yeah.
So I've had to correct people, but no, it's Siggi.
Yes.
It's Siggi. The one, the only Siggi.
And actually, Scott, you've been working, I've been working with you for now a
been
long
a few
time.
years now, yeah.
And basically, since I started this journey as Siggi, because I used to be part of bands and all that, always loved to write music, love music. But then when I moved in Toronto, of course, I had that that little project which I moved with. But and then I found you. And it was amazing. Yeah, I mean, through another artist.
Was it love at first sight?
Yeah,
it was.
Through another artist.
Well, actually, what's funny is first sight. No, I can't remember if we talked about this one before, but the first time
first sight.
the first time we met, we didn't know each other when we met.
Well, how are you supposed to know each other?
Yeah,
when you-
but no. But what I mean is,
But-
I walked into where he works and ordered an old fashioned, like a bar, right? And he made me this great drink, and I was like, oh, that was so delicious, right? But I didn't think anything of it. But I just remember this good experience. And then it was months later when another artist that we both know, who was recording at my studio, recommended me to him. And this guy shows up at my door, and I was like, I know this guy. And it took me a while to realize. I'm like,
Between
oh, yeah.
all the clubs and restaurants
I think
where
he
you
just
could
had
go.
too many. He had too many old fashions. That's why he doesn't remember you. But let's be real. Scott and I don't remember how we met either, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. Actually, that's true. We met sometime
I
in the
posted
past.
if you follow our Instagram, I posted our very first MC gig. But I was looking at old pictures, and we actually did fashion shows together way before that.
Oh, really?
See, that's
Yeah.
that's life, right?
There you go. Yeah.
It happened.
One thing we should do actually before we really get into things is we should probably acknowledge our executive producers. So,
Oh, fantastic.
ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by our two executive producers. Hey, Regine,
Yes, Scott.
do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Sure.
Are you buying or selling your home?
Potentially.
Then Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional.
Yes.
Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see your current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. And the Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Sai Mecca, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Go to mortgagegodfather.ca to get more info, or call 905-604-6955. Thank you very much to our executive producers for making this show possible.
Yes, and if
Thank you,
you
guys.
want to get your company on this show, give us an email. I'm now running the email address, so email me at radioshow ad, or as Scott likes to say, radio show AD at gmail.com. And we'll be more than happy to help you get onto this platform, because why not?
Exactly.
Get your
Why
business
not?
out there.
Scott will do those random voices for you as he announces your company.
Yeah. It makes it extra engaging, and the audience really, really
They
appreciates
love it, especially when he's losing his voice,
Mm-hmm.
like last week.
Last week, yeah, that's right. Because last week we had a
boy.
really, well, we talked about it last week, but we had
We had a lot to do
long
last week.
couple days, because we had I had a performance Friday night, and you had your work party. Then Saturday,
It's the same event.
That's right. Then Saturday we had the
PIDC.
pageant, and so Sunday morning we came in here like just.
You should have seen us
Nice
after the
story.
show. After the show, just silence. We're like, yeah, no.
Are we supposed to talk now?
Yeah, like we're not gonna debrief. We're just gonna sit here.
Yeah, what a couple of weeks I feel you guys, and renovated the whole house myself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jeez.
And sometimes you need to take your matters, and deal
need
with
to
it,
relax,
and deal with
yeah.
that.
That's right. On Instagram, I've been seeing that. Siggi Music on Instagram, by the way. I've been watching he'll post like a video of him chucking a
Yeah,
mattress
I
out his window.
I was like, can I share this? Is this good to share?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
So you're totally gutting your whole house, right?
Yes,
Whole
yes.
place?
Throwing mattresses.
That's always
That was
fun.
just the first step. No, but I mean, it's so easy to okay, let's say that everybody's willing to take your money, okay? Everybody's, yes, yes,
Yeah, of
You'll,
course.
you'll,
Someone
you'll
take your
never
money.
have trouble finding people willing.
I'll take it.
See?
I found your wallet earlier.
And but I feel that of course anything that you do yourself, you kind of feel a little more for it.
Absolutely.
So we've been living there for about 2.5 years, 3 years. Even though I don't own a house, we decided to go for it, and that took a lot of energy though.
To make it
between
beautiful.
jobs and the music and
Yeah.
Your
organizing
concert
this.
coming up.
Oh my God!
Yep.
And that is it's very important with this gig that is coming up because not only is it's Easter. But because it will feature only Siggi Music, the band.
Yeah, that's right. The whole night it will be, so it's April 21st.
April 21st. Yeah.
Easter Sunday.
Sunday.
So you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna
Yes.
people who are celebrating Easter. You're gonna do your Easter celebrations. You can have your dinner, and then you make your way down to Burdock.
I like how he's looking at me, telling me this is what you're gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do,
What you were
You're
going to
gonna
do,
do
Regine.
Easter.
make your way down, and it's gonna be a great night of music. We're gonna
Yeah,
play
Doors at
a whole
9.
bunch of songs. Doors at 9. So where can people get tickets? Let's get that. We'll mention it a
Yeah.
couple times.
So
over the show,
the
but-
Bird Dog Brewery is a beautiful local brewery
Where is it?
located Ossington and Blair area. It's they're doing very good. They're all youngsters. They really know what they're doing. They
It's a beautiful venue.
They
Yeah,
create
yeah.
a lot of new, unusual products. They do fit well. Beer, of course.
What if you're not drinking? Because
But if you're not drinking because either you can or you don't like her, they feature one of the best sounding room in the city.
Yeah.
So they really know what they're doing, even musical.
And they've got a full restaurant as well. Like
Nice.
I've
so don't do Easter dinner. go there for
Or
dinner.
you could meet at Burdock.
You can call it lunch Easter. You can have a Easter
But what
lunch.
if you're on the sit down?
It's true.
Well,
so you tune in.
well.
So you tune in for the sit down. Then
Do Easter.
do your Easter stuff. Then have a nice lunch while you listen. Maybe have a
Yes,
brunch.
you can do that.
There you
You can
go.
stream it.
I like how he's still talking to me.
Then you
Telling
head
this is
down.
what you're doing.
Then you head down. Grab dinner. Grab
Okay,
dinner
guys,
at the Burdock.
So family, if I don't see you,
You know where she is.
Down at the Burdock. And tickets are online right now.
Tickets are online. You just scroll down, go to their music hall website. They feature so many good acts, bigger acts.
and you
and
being
small.
one of them.
Yeah, and yeah,
two of
so
you, actually.
of course, thank Burdock for the opportunity. We're gonna have a beautiful Easter party there.
Is it Easter when you gonna pop out?
Oh, he will.
You might
He will.
There'll be an Easter egg hunt and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just perform an hour, so it's a good timing. It's going to be all original music, performed by 7 pieces, and Scott will be one of them. And actually, I wanted to mention that because he's now playing keyboard, which is
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Unusual.
I'm now the keyboard player in Siggi Music, which is pretty fun. Yeah, I'm pulling up my piano
Your piano
skills.
lessons?
my old piano days, and it's actually quite fun.
It's fantastic.
It's fun for me because I'm doing something that I haven't really done regularly in quite a few years, but it's also it's really filling out the sound in a new way because there's the piano has such a large range of notes you can hit and sounds you can make. So
Yeah, it has
it's,
its own kind of atmosphere.
So can we hear a
you're just up
sample?
there. Oh,
yeah, maybe we can. You want to play a song?
Eventually.
Play a song.
Yeah, this is
let's
2
hear
pieces
it.
compared
Let's
to
hear
Yeah,
it.
okay, so this is a very
We're
this
missing
is a small
5.
version. Yeah, we're missing most. Okay, so let's let me see. Let's
I'm
see
just
this.
putting them on the spot, guys.
Okay, over here, strum your guitar. Let's make sure we got the guitar going here. Oh wait, it's here. Keep going. Is it coming through there? Okay, I'm gonna bring the music down. It should be right here. It's not coming through your microphone right now? What's going on here? Hang on.
Anyways,
Tap that mic. Oh yeah, that mic's on. Okay, I'll just turn it up. Oh yeah, the guitar's there. Yeah, the guitar's there. Okay, hang on. Let's see if this guy's going. Oh yeah.
Live music at its finest, guys.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Fantastic. So you want to give it a sample?
Let's
I'm
do
gonna give this a sample. Okay, I'm gonna try. So this is slightly awkward. I don't know if you guys can see. So I've got the keyboard here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can see it from that angle.
Do you want to use my mic?
Nah, it's all right. I'll just kind of turn my head up when I need to sing. But we'll see how the levels are. So what are we gonna say? We're gonna play
See Devil on My Shoulder.
Devil on My Shoulder.
Nice one.
The music video for which is online
Yes.
on his YouTube channel.
Just kind of type Siggi or Siggi Music double GI, and then you will see. Of course, it's linked with Scott's channel because, of course, he's been working with me for a while now.
Yeah, this is a video we shot, and I directed it and edited it.
Such a good editor.
We played it last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. We played it live on the show last week.
Did. We always play your music
That
here.
is fantastic. I really love it.
Siggi Music has a very long-term home here on the show.
He was here, our first guest. He's our 24th guest.
24th. That is a lot of episodes,
You're our
guys. This is
Christmas
taking
guest.
off.
Yeah, the show's rolling along here. I mean, it's
is.
kind of weird, but it's like it's a bit of time.
You know,
It's been fun.
well, I'm pretty sure that you have a like a variety of different artists, different ages.
Next week we have a pageant group coming in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's fantastic. Promoting kids, youngsters, and also even a little more mature guests. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, come on. And I also know that is your birthday. Your birthday is just a few weeks away.
Yes.
So fantastic.
I'm excited. My birthday special's coming.
Yeah, the Regine birthday special will be in early May.
Fantastic.
All right, let's hear this.
Let's try to play a song. Okay, so guys, bear with us here. We're missing like most of the band.
I could be 5 band members.
Yeah, right, Regine. Yeah, you fill in. You play the trumpet on this one. Okay, shall we try it?
Yes.
All right, let's see what we get here.
The song's called Devil on My Shoulder. Cold eyes upon you tonight. More town eyes, I see you wanna fight. It's all about you, being scared to lose your mind. Sometimes I won't really know what's in your mind. Rock and roll bound out in this empty house, like you don't remember, but you're missed and wheels out. So you keep it together now, just waiting to get older. For once, turning on the devil on your shoulder. I'm sure you can drag me down, but I believe in your eyes. I'll try to pull some more with me. Treat me like a king, give me my belief. And I'm proud standing, looking at the mirror. sunrise, the devil's on his way. And where is it gonna get me? Just don't know, but I get feelings deep in me. Oh, I'm sure you can drag me down, yeah, but I believe in your lies. Oh, I bet you try to put some more with me. Treat me like a king, give me my beliefs, give me my beliefs. Oh, you devil on my shoulder, yeah. Treat me like a king, give me my beliefs.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
we're back.
Oh.
We're back. That was
Devil on My Shoulder.
on My Shoulder.
Released now 2.5 years ago, actually.
Was it that long?
Yeah, I think it's about 2 years now.
Well, you know it's really
You know how many
amazing.
times it's been played on our show? I like memorized it.
You did.
Well, guys, you know what else though? That musical performance was actually brought to you by Jewelry Forever.
Well, thank you, Jewelry.
Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry.
I like that ring in that picture.
Yeah, it's pretty, right? Custom-made jewelry repairs, and you can change watch batteries, all done on site. And if you like that ring, you can get it at that exact place. Jewelry.
My birthday's coming up,
Forever.
guys.
Yeah, guys.
I'm a size 4.5.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Letting everybody know.
Yes, I have tiny fingers.
But if you can't get to the mall, you can also shop online and get free shipping of orders of $149 or more.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I probably
So
give
you guys
them a
have
call.
no excuses.
Yeah. Send that to radio show. Yeah. And so that was Jewelry Forever, and also brought to you by the Canada's Top Choice Council, which puts on 3 incredible events every year.
3.
And they advance education, self-empowerment, and promote public appreciation for the arts. They put on amazing events, many of which we've been a part of.
We're allowed to say that because we're a part of it.
Yeah, and we performed at that concert a little while ago, the Give
Yep.
Back fundraising concert, and of course the
That was big, guys.
yeah, it was a great event. It was a lot of fun. The crowd was crazy.
And then their pageant is coming up August 3rd.
Yeah.
So if you, whether you or your daughter, or your grandma, whoever wants to compete in a pageant and has never done so, they are open and they are looking for candidates. Again, that is August 3rd at the Fairview Theater.
Yep.
We are. They have Junior Miss, Miss Teen, Miss, and Ms/Mrs. So
That's fantastic.
anyone, you can get 4 or 3 generations into that pageant. See?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a really fun.
And I
event.
won it back in
And
2016.
she won. She
so.
is the
Yes.
Miss Canada's Top Choice 2016.
Oh, there you
Regine,
go.
Alaina, everybody.
Yay.
So it's a great event, and if you want to find out more, find the Canada's Top Choice on Facebook.
Or
their page.
Instagram.
Instagram, any of those.
And they
yeah.
have a new website as well.
Oh, really? What is it? Do you know?
I don't remember.
You can find it. Search Canada's Top Choice, you'll find it. It's a great. The council's. They
It's
do
a
great work.
it's a great organization to be a part of, and that was a great song, Siggi.
Oh, thank you very much.
Great key
Thank
work,
you. Thank you.
Scott.
very
So what's the? I mean, we've
absolutely.
played the song on this show many times. Why don't you? So what's the story behind that song?
Well, So let's start saying that I really love music from the past. Not to take away anything from modern music, but eventually I really love anything that has a purpose, anything that has some sort of intelligence behind, in a way that you think of what you're doing. You know, it's the same as you think of what you're saying. So "Devil on My Shoulder" just represents something that I went through, unfortunately, and / fortunately, that's life. But something that I actually saw happening to people many times, where they have their own kind of life happening, and then something else exterior happens to you and
Yep.
it messes everything up.
Things you can't control.
Things you can control, and sometimes happens randomly, and sometimes other people, they really try to stick and to mess with your plans. So you need to be careful, and all the time, first of all, what you think in your own mind, but most of all, to really care of the things that you have in the first place. So, and this song just represents Any song that I really write to really represent something that either happened to me or happened to close friends.
Got it.
So it's in his sadness, Devil on My Shoulder was born. So you see, with anything negative that happens to you, it brings something positive. You can see
true.
it, and everything positive comes brings something negative that you can defeat. So that's mostly the story.
Cool. And the actual music video itself. So that story follows the story of I guess a couple.
Yes.
Who they have some hard times. They're fighting.
Devil on their shoulder.
Well, then there's this girl comes who is like the devil on the shoulder who kind of tempts the guy.
Just for fun, though. She's just
the thing,
doing
yeah.
it not because she really wants him.
She's devilish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
Yeah. But that was a fun video to shoot.
Yeah, it was.
Was that one day of shooting? Did we do that in one day, or
That
was
was
it a few days?
that was probably one day.
One day, right? Yeah.
That was a
All
lot of
over the
work
place.
in one day. But you see, I think you've been working in the film industry for a while now.
Yeah.
You came up with some, last minute decisions and ideas for your own projects too. And I feel that when you work with me, you don't change your ways, right?
No, I
you get
think
things done.
Yeah.
Even in one day because you put a lot of thought in it. You know what I mean? So when
and
you
I think
do,
we work well together in that way. I think like we're good at because even especially with Devil on Our Shoulder, but even with this video now, it's like you have a very clear vision of like the story you want to tell. And I think what's good is we can talk. It's like I find we can communicate pretty well in that you can sort of tell me what you're going for, and it comes to me pretty well that I can like go, oh, here's maybe how we can achieve
I
it.
feel so lucky about it.
And we
man.
kind of bounce off, and it just it's really fun. It's nice to work with you. It's a lot of fun. And this,
So I'm sorry to break the bromance, but
Oh, come on, Regine, come on. You'll probably be part of one video.
I'm just there, and I'm like, what's going on?
I probably will ask you in the near future to be part of some.
yeah, actually,
Sure.
for real,
Videos.
yeah, that's a good idea.
In the
Okay,
art
guys,
team.
you'll see.
But let's talk about the truth video actually.
Oh,
Okay.
Because we started shooting that. In fact, I don't know how much you want to give away. So you've released the single already.
yes.
And the
It's
lyric
only
video.
lyric videos.
The lyric video is online.
It's recorded at Desert Fish located in Richmond, 401. It's a
Desert
beautiful
Fish
studio,
Studios, yeah.
yes. Jeff Wolpert is a beautiful producer. He's a great man, beautiful producer. He worked with Aretha Franklin. He worked with
wow.
James
Yeah.
Brown in the 80s.
Oh, look at
He
you,
has a
Siggi
lot of
music.
experience. And now he's working with me. He's actually
Wow.
producing the old EP called Human Touch.
Yep.
And Truth, it's part of Human Touch.
Well, yeah, we went to the studio, a really nice studio. Like they got quite large, and they've got really lots of old school vintage equipment. And he's just got awards all over the place. Like we're in the control room, and I'm like, award. And you see on the pictures all the artists that he's worked with over the years. So he was really great.
Jeff is fantastic. Now, of course, we brought in, you can go have a vision, have the way you want it to sound. I know a lot of people are like this, but I'm the kind of guy that lets the people around them do what they do best as well. As even in your song, in your playing with Siggi music, it's I never feel like saying exactly, oh, you should be doing this. You should, because you always want to bring the best to the people. And I think that Jeff did the same thing with these songs.
Yep.
After Truth really didn't sound the way it sounds now.
That's true. He made he made a couple
Some
producer
suggestions that I
changes.
never had a problem in taking it, because why
That's
would
right.
you? You know?
In fact, that's right. Off the top of that song, there used to be a riff, right? A guitar riff that you would play, and we recorded it. And then Jeff was the one who made the idea to put the part that the horns play off the top.
Yes.
And that's become a really cool part of the song now. It's like how the song opens up.
Yes, we incorporated that for our gig, and we're gonna maybe not spoiler, but yeah, we are gonna open the gig with Truth.
Oh, we are? Oh.
Yes, we are.
Good. I'm glad I know that too.
Yeah, that's important.
And it's so when you allow yourself not to be in pole position, like I need to be the first, I need to be the one that makes decisions. I was never that way, and this what it brought me, so I feel lucky about that. A lot of people wants to be in charge of everything, even the sounds, Of course, he's entitled because you're paying money in the studio, so ultimately you need to be satisfied with it.
Yep.
But the more chances you give the people that you work with and trust, the more you might be surprised. That's why I feel about even you're playing keyboard. It's fantastic. Like it's something that because Scott's been playing guitar with Siggi Music for about 2 years. And
Yeah.
2 years and a half of playing guitar, so knowing the songs in a certain way. And one day we just came up with that, and it really worked out. And he had the guts to switch instrument. That takes a lot of courage too. You know what I mean? Because it's a new interface as well. So
It's definitely a different. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time I played keyboard in a performance setting in front of an audience, and it might be high school. No, that's wrong. I did do it at a wedding for somebody. Somebody was singing and I was playing. So, but that was one song for one performance. You know,
it's very different when you have to craft the whole set.
Yeah,
because in this scenario, in case scenario. Keyboard really connects parts of songs, creates new ones, new layers. Yes, it is.
It does
it's
have
very
a whole other
effective.
level. Yeah.
For even people that don't understand music, it's such a breakthrough.
Well, the thing that I also liked is that because there are several songs that your album version, like the one we just played, had piano, and when we play it live, we play a different version of it because we didn't have the keyboard. But
now you do.
Now we do, and we're kind of I'm able to reach back into those album versions and kind of find it. Speaking of that, why don't we let's play another one?
Yeah, go for it.
What about
My Way?
My Way Around?
Because Devil on My Shoulder was written a couple of years ago now, and it was part of the first EP.
Yeah.
Which was recorded at Glamour Records.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, recorded at my studio, Glamour Records.
And then we got the mix and master through Metalworks Studio, which they're fantastic. So we're probably gonna work with them again.
That's in Mississauga, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Big, huge venue, like huge space.
Yes,
I recorded.
They recorded so many hits, along the way. Yeah. Not only pop, Drake or Rihanna, all these people. They've been recording there. But we're probably gonna work with them again. And there's so many talents in the city, and also so much competition that you really need to walk with your head straight and just go forward what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
And so even with the patch and the radio show and all the things that you guys are doing, I am a big fan, and I also support it. Mm-hmm. I also do support it. So I take advantage to say thank you again for having me today.
Of course,
beautiful experience.
You're always welcome here on the show.
Even when Scott's not here, you want to come on? You can be my co-host.
It's the sit down with Scott. Wait.
Sit down with Siggi. It works. The S's sound nice.
The S is still there. It's okay.
Okay, let's play. You want to play some?
Yay.
Okay, let's get things going here. So.
My Way Around is the one, and it's the title track, and yes, and that's the My Way Around.
Okay, let me see here. Give me your mic for a sec. Hello. Sound good?
I can.
Lower your keyboard.
Yeah, I brought it down a little. All right, let's see what we get here.
I'm just going to move this a little bit.
Among the many streets of our provincial town, you drank until morning with your feet on the ground, making another noise to bring another storm from to town. While in school you were young and one of them, proud of the old man. Don't need you to understand all those little nices for some of my vices. I ain't no different of being up and down. Can't blame no one for my age. No way around. Oh, again, waiting. I'm starlight down on King Street, one by the dream, by the dream. I grew up in these streets, and here is where I am, just a Dion. Tina Hen used to scare me to death. Oh, now, oh, baby, it's my death. I believe in the sense that no one can understand the simple fact that words that I dispute and get around the city with a picture of you and me. Well, I ain't no different, feeling up or down. Can't blame no one.
Wait a minute.
Way around. Oh, here I am again, same way it seems. Whoa, no, I missed a line on King Street. Ooh, by the dream. Oh, by the dream.
Okay, and we even had a little entrance from the DJ music
And
there.
that was brought to you by.
Yeah, that was that live music was brought to you by, of course, Intercontinental Consulting Services for Immigration and Settlement in Canada. Find out how you
And you.
and you and you and you can live, work, and study in Canada. Visit icscanadaimmigration.ca. Come to Canada, immigrate, work, study, visit Intercontinental Consulting Services. And also, of course, by the wonderful, fantastic
So wonderful.
Cecile's
Wunderbar.
line dancing class. They have the best dancing classes. They are great friends of the show. They're great fun to go at events that they perform at, and the classes themselves are lots of fun. Cecile's line dance class, ladies and gentlemen, and they do classes 3 times a week. You can get out there and get your dancing shoes going. You can get there Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Beam TV at 361 Wilson Avenue in Toronto.
Yep.
Thursdays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. at JC's Banquet Hall, 1686 Ellesmere Road, Scarborough, or Sundays from 2:30 to 4:30. So I guess they might be there. Class started
now.
just a little while ago. 2:30 to 4:30.
Oh, we can't join them.
But shout out to you guys if you're tuning in at the Filipino Center, 4395 Shepherd Avenue East. Cecile's line dance class. Give them a call. They're so much fun, and we love those guys. So once again, if you'd like to advertise on the show, hit us
Hit
up
us up at the radio show AD.
Radio Show AD
At gmail.com.
Absolutely. So that song, of course, was "My Way Around." So Siggi, tell us a bit about that song.
Well, coming from I was actually about to interrupt, not because I want to interrupt, but I wanted to say I went through the Canadian government processing.
You did. That's true.
Studying and working, and I did all of that. in order to create a better future for myself.
Absolutely.
People in Italy, they don't really listen you knowing that you're Italian singing in English. They just, oh, come on, I know that you're Italian. Don't pretend not to. But I was always in love with it, so we decided to come in Toronto, and through that government website, I was able to stay. So it's kind of it's difficult because this is a beautiful country that really works. So they do care about any single person that wants to live here.
Yeah.
And that I feel I suggest that. So coming from a very small province in Italy, it's a huge step. Moved to Milan, lived there for a few years. Always been kind of independent. So my way around really represents that kind of switch. Among the many streets of a provincial town, used to get drunk because in Italy you can actually buy alcohol before you were 18 years old, right?
Yeah, they're
Before
much, Europe in general is much.
Well, the Philippines is like that too.
Right.
I think
it's more of a North
I'm like,
American thing,
I
right?
think,
Where
or maybe
we're-
they're just drunk all the time.
Which it kind of works. No, it kind of works. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
you know I used to skip school sometimes.
Sorry, Mom. No,
Not promoting anything weird, but you know, as a teenager, and you had the chance to. I really had to create my chances. So that's a song that represents that. And that was 2 years ago. So I feel that the new human touch concept is a grown version of also my songwriting, having to deal with great musicians like you, Scott, and. No, seriously.
Okay, again, to break the bromance.
No, but it's the truth, right? Because even though I know that the people that I have around, they have their own things, but we gather to play this music, and I feel very lucky about it. So you want to also give back, not only the possible outcomes, because I know already they're good, but not only that, it's the you know, most of the time it's not the destination, but it's the journey.
Of course. Yeah.
So the journey it's been beautiful, and anytime that we're in the studio and somebody comes with a good idea, I'm the first one that is happy about it. And so I feel that even though it's been 2 years, now we're coming up with a new EP that it has changed from my way around. And
Yeah, the sound is definitely growing for sure.
and that's what you see progress. And anytime that you see progress, you'll be proud of it. So I really am.
Awesome. Well, follow Siggi Music on all the social medias, SIGGIMUSIC,
Yes.
to make sure that you get the latest. MIC.
Come on, Regina. You say it.
I seriously had like the Mickey Mouse tune in my head when you were doing
SIGGIMUSIC. Almost fits. Almost fits.
I was like, what's going on?
But yeah, Siggi Music, because you can follow his musical journey. And like I said, find him on YouTube. His YouTube channel is awesome. And he
And then
posts
while you're
regularly.
there, go to.
Oh, and while you're at it, youtube.com/Scott. And we were just talking about it on the way up here. We're going to be doing some YouTube collabs. So you're going to be able to see both of us. I'll be appearing on Siggy's channel, and he'll be appearing on
vice
mine.
versa.
So lots to come
And
in
I'll
the
just
future.
like and subscribe to both of you.
Yes.
You know, we're going to get you on there as well. I want you.
Get
you
into
can be on
1,000,
mine.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can be a guest on, you know, we should all be just collabing, you know, all that stuff.
But that's the
I
way.
love that
That's the
stuff.
way we should do it. I mean,
Yep.
I notice as every big city, you know, there's a lot of competition. That's fine, but there's always a good positive competition. And
Absolutely.
And it could be a nightmare. So it's one of the two, right?
Yep.
You're talking to a pageant girl. Yes, I totally understand
Yes,
competition.
it's no matter if I'm a musician or I build houses. There's always going to be somebody ready to want what you have, right? So I find in you guys, and only you, of course, luckily, a few more people that you can collaborate without the negative.
awkwardness?
Because even if you know, Scott comes up with a nice idea or video, I don't feel challenged by it. I might feel inspired by it.
I think that's the right way to look at it. Yeah.
And that's the way
Words to
that's the way I
live by.
feel. That's the way I feel. Like if I was a girl pageant, then I would feel the same way for you.
There you
Oh,
go.
look at her. I can
I can
do
inspire
good
you.
too.
I
There
can
you
get you to do. He's done a pageant. We could get you to do one.
Yes. Watch for Siggy in the next Mr.
Mr. Italy.
Yeah.
We got you, Siggy.
Well, guys, we only have one segment left.
We have 10 more minutes.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, then we won't do that segment left yet. Really? We do?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna go to.
So fun. So I don't know if you guys have been following us on social media. So this week on Facebook, we posted something. If you guys can share your favorite gifts with us, because Scott learned something. Because Scott learned how to use gifts this week.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2019.
The other thing is, so like, I would be chatting with people, like, you know, it's mostly Facebook Messenger, right?
Yeah.
Chatting with people, and like every now and again, people post a GIF or a GIF, but I'm pretty sure
You
GIF
guys
is the
say
way to say
GIF
it.
or I say GIF,
I think GIF is right because it stands for graphic.
but it's like GIF, like gifts. So GIF, not
Yeah.
GIF.
Yeah, because the
Oh,
first
I
word.
thought you were referring to actual gifts.
No, GIF, like GIF, because
Yeah.
the G stands for graphic, and then I can't remember graphic image. I can't even remember, but I know the first word is graphic.
I just like.
So it makes
I
sense
just
to
like
give
to
GIF.
use them. So.
Anyways, I chat with people in Facebook Messenger, and every now and again people post a GIF.
And I would just send him a bunch of gifts. He's like, "Where are you finding?"
So finally
this?
one day I was like, "Where do you find these? Like, do you just have them on your phone?" She's like, and then literally she's like, hit the happy face right next to the chat bar.
And then
I open it up. I'm like,
oh
Those
my
little
gosh.
bunnies.
I discovered a whole new world.
Yeah, and then like not even. This happened the beginning of the week, and then Thursday he's like, "Oh, there's a search bar."
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. So first I was just scrolling through and I'd be like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, so maybe I'll find ones that kind of fit the conversation.
Why is her so
Right?
precise?
They do make points.
Yeah,
Like,
I
without
love
words.
gifts. Like I don't just like send you a random, like I don't type anymore. I will type you a gift. I'm gonna start sending you gifts. Don't worry, Siggi.
That's why then suddenly I see the search bar. I'm like, oh, so you can actually search for something that like
That's where she's finding
fits
it.
the conversation. I'm like, amazing. Anyway, so,
So send us your favorite gifts, and I'm sure Scott will really enjoy them.
welcome to 2019.
We made him
Scott
a
Dion
meme,
Brown.
and we sent him gifts.
Welcome to Scott. Well, yeah, welcome to 2019. I made it.
Yay! It only took you a few months.
I mean, I find it amusing how.
I'm gonna send you
how
one right now.
Okay. Yeah. I find it amusing how amusing I found it when I was like, hey, look what I can do, guys. It's like I just discovered that this thing that everybody's already been doing for years.
And I'm just there. I'm like face pop. Like, come on, Scott.
Don't ever lose that kid inside of you. Don't get excited.
And then like, yeah, 3 days later, and you can search.
It's a search bar. I'm like, okay. I thought he figured that one out already.
But then I was like, okay, but and then I said, you might have like made a monster here. Now that I've discovered the
Created
So now our
monster.
conversations will just be gifts. I feel like they have actually.
Yeah, there've been a lot more gifts going back and forth.
Gifts giving.
But have an
Gifts.
entire conversation? That should be like a challenge.
I'm gonna do that. I'm only gonna send you gifts from now on.
And then
Very well.
you have to translate.
I'll send them to you too.
Translate through, yeah.
You just have to
Translate
figure
in
it out. Read them
words.
between the gifts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, this is good now that we have a little bit more time. So I wanted to talk about the new Star Wars trailer that just came out.
Which I haven't watched.
You haven't watched it yet?
He's like, make sure you watch it because we're gonna talk about it on Sunday.
Oh, well, it's fine.
Oh, he said so, huh?
But see, I've never watched Star Wars.
Yeah, so
Like,
she's seen you. So you've seen 0 Star Wars.
I've
movies.
never watched a Star
Any.
Wars episode.
Not even a single
Nope.
thing. So that means okay. You watched the recent trailer.
Yeah,
Right,
because
so-
you made me.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So what did you think of it?
BB-8 is really cute.
BB-8 is cute.
My family, they all have BB-8.
Cushions?
No,
pillows?
BB-8 robots. Like they're actually like
The little remote control guys?
Yeah. So during Christmas, that's all that would be. My niece is terrified of it.
A bunch of little BB-8s rolling
Yes.
all over the house.
So I know who BB-8 is. I know who R2D2 is. I know all of that because my brothers are also into Star Wars. But episode-wise, I know nothing.
Yeah, I mean, one thing.
Yeah, you look so offended. Your brother looked at me earlier. He's like, "What?"
Well, I wasn't the biggest fan. In Italy, it was big, of course. But I was always, a little more music, whatever.
Okay, but to justify why, okay, so I grew up as an only child with my mom, who is a single mother, and my dad, I don't think he really watched Star Wars to begin with. So he introduced me to basketball and Filipino music. My mom introduced me to Disney and Barbie.
Okay.
So there was no introduction of
Introduction
Star
to it.
Wars until my brothers came along, and at that point we're 8 years apart. And I'm like, whatever. I got
Had to listen
Spice
to you
Girls. I'm
guys.
good. Yeah. So
It's just one of those things.
But eventually, I watched the first 3.
I haven't seen any.
And-
I haven't seen.
Well, look, I'm trying to think. How
I
did
feel like you guys are judging me.
No, I'm
Well,
not.
Not
I
you
mean,
guys. These guys.
maybe we'll see what people are saying in the chat.
Your dad is silent. Your mom says hello.
Hello.
Your parents are on here.
Cool. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hello.
The best family.
Yeah, they're.
You haven't met mine. No, just
True though. True. Not to take anything
just
away.
saying.
I'm dealing with nice people, guys. Not just social media stuff here. It's real.
So yeah. So sorry. Back to Star
Oh yeah.
Wars.
So anyway, the trailer. So here's the thing. I wasn't that crazy about The Last Jedi. I didn't mind it. It didn't. I now it's pretty divisive this latest trilogy, but I'll say, like, me personally, I really liked The Force Awakens.
Yes, that's
and when I first saw the trailer for The Force Awakens, I was really excited because it was like, the aesthetic of the trailer, and like you could tell they were really going back to like the roots of the trilogy, and like some people criticize it for saying that it's almost too close to the original.
I don't even know what the original is.
Yeah.
So it's
I didn't honestly.
Oh my god.
It
so
just
sorry.
for me it was just right. I loved it. Right. The Last Jedi for me it didn't feel like a Star Wars movie in
We're
a lot
gonna
of
start
ways.
losing viewers.
Okay, but here's what I'll say. You know what? It's fine.
Literally.
Again, same thing I said when we were talking about education that one time. I have thought enough about these opinions that I will just stand up to them. But I will say this: I wasn't blown away by The Last Jedi, and because of that, I was kind of not that enthusiastic about the next one coming out. I was obviously going to see it because like Star Wars is so big for me.
Yep.
But then the trailer came out, and
Were you geeking out?
huge. Like it just hit me in all the right places. I was like, it's back. It's going to be good. And like I had that exact same feeling. And I'm really excited now.
And then I get a message. You better watch it because we're going to talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah. But the thing is though, like a lot of the trailer, like I think the trailer itself, like the music is good, and it looks exciting.
There's a
but
creepy
I think
laugh in there somewhere, and I was like,
at
I
the
don't
end,
understand.
so that's the thing. Like I think a large part of, for me, the enjoyment from the trailer came from
the laugh.
you have to have knowledge of what that means, right? Like I was watching, I think happening right now or just happened. There's a Star Wars. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a big convention all about Star Wars.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they actually showed. I watched
I'm
somebody's.
surprised you're not there.
You know,
He's doing the sit down
why
show.
are you not
I would like to go
there?
there. I would like to do that one day. Actually, that would be awesome. But anyway, they showed the live reaction, the audience reaction, and their reaction was exactly like mine. Like when that laugh comes in. Okay, well, it's not a spoiler. The laugh of that at the end of that trailer is Emperor Palpatine's laugh.
Who is that?
Emperor. He was the emperor of the Galactic Empire.
Evil guy.
in the original trilogy, right?
You know what's funny? Sorry, now that you say that. I used to think Darth Vader's name was Dark Vader.
Dark.
That's an easy enough mistake to
Sorry.
make. It's an easy enough mistake to make.
Anyways, continue.
But anyway, so he hasn't been around for a while, and I'm not again. Maybe there are people out there like Regine who haven't seen any Star Wars.
Like,
so I don't want no spoilers here. So all I'll say is
No judgment
it's,
either.
It's a very surprising thing that suddenly the Emperor's back, and so when I saw that, and then it just welled up that emotions. But again, those are very much related to what you know about the series up to. So I think as somebody kind of watching it who
Like me.
who doesn't know any of it, I think it would probably just be a
little
trailer for
confused,
you, right?
yeah.
It'd just be a thing.
As you called it, a creepy laugh.
It was,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, so I guess it's like when the Lion King trailer came out, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Which I
Scott,
haven't
did
seen.
you watch it?
No, I haven't seen the Lion
Have
King
you seen the
trailer.
Lion King?
I actually have.
See? Okay, now I don't
Just to
feel bad.
see, just to
But
see
it-
what was gonna be like.
I saw the trailer that they did that was like shot for
Like a
shot.
long time ago.
Yeah, shot for shot of the
but-
cartoon, the
but
original
it's like
cartoon trailer.
Now
that is a
it's...
masterpiece, though.
I
I,
think it's,
love Lion King.
yeah, me too. I love that movie. I remember I saw that one in theaters and I cried.
I
cried.
I don't even know how old I was when that movie came out.
I cried.
It is crazy how good those old Disney movies are.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Siggi. I don't know how much you watch our episodes. So we had two girls on our show. And we were asking them questions about original Disney. And they hadn't seen it.
They hadn't seen tons of them. Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
one of them hadn't seen Aladdin.
Yeah, and we're both okay. But here's another thing. So the week before that, when Scott wasn't here, or a few weeks, sorry, not a week before, we asked the girls. One of the girls was like, "Oh, I like oldies," and we're like, "Okay, you're 9. What is your oldies?" It was Christina Aguilera.
Oh, all right.
Those oldies back in the old
There's-
days.
There's a little.
Back in the old days.
But if you think about it, they probably weren't even alive when Christina Aguilera came out with
Yeah, I
like Genie
guess.
in a Bottle or
No,
something.
she was 9. No.
You know the thing is though, like a lot of those old classic Disney movies, like we weren't alive when Bambi came out.
I
but,
wasn't
like,
alive,
But
yeah.
we've all seen like Bambi came out in like I can't even remember.
When what's her name?
Like the first
Snow
World
White
War or
came out.
something. Yeah.
Oh, but those are
That was like
Those are
the
classics.
30s and 40s. So, in fact, actually, I remember I watched Bambi in kindergarten in the
Bambi was-
library. My school, they like had the old projector, and they projected it in a little screen in the library, and that's where we watched Bambi.
Which was Bambi actually
You're
features.
aging yourself, Scott.
Features.
It was old then. It's not like when I was in kindergarten they had just invented.
black and white.
No, it was old. It was an old technology and an old movie.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sure-
Bambi was new. when I was
Eventually,
in
Bambi
kindergarten.
features a lot of dark music too. It's
Yeah.
very grown
dark
up and scary.
Dark things.
Yeah, I feel like a part of Bambi I actually got really scared watching.
Oh yeah,
because of
it
the
was.
music. I was like,
Yeah, it
"Oh."
was. It
But
was
it's the same with Snow White. I got scared in Snow White.
Yep.
with the evil.
With when she was running through the forest, that terrified me.
Yeah.
You see, they're gonna now grow up with the reboots and
Yeah,
remakes of.
we were
these
saying
movies.
that to
And that's the
them.
thing. And the thing that I don't like is that the reboots are not.
That's good.
They're not as good as the original.
There's a lot of technology, a lot of CGI. That's fine.
But yeah.
Also-
And
Soon Moana's gonna come out as I'm gonna play Moana one day, guys.
There you go.
Mark my words, I will play Moana one day.
so we'll watch.
good.
We'll watch
And
for
then
that.
you can
Watch for Regina Alaina.
Well,
Cast as-
Pocahontas too.
I could
Sure.
be Isn't Pocahontas coming? No. No.
They're redoing Pocahontas?
No, Mulan is coming
Oh,
out.
Mulan. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, we'll watch for Regine Alaina in all of those upcoming films. Anyway, guys.
And then you could be Hey Hey.
I'll play anybody. We only have...
Do you know who Hey Hey is? No. He's a rooster.
He's a rooster?
You could do that
I can do a rooster. I'll play a rooster.
There you go. Okay.
Guys, we only have one segment left. One segment. And it's a segment we end every show with. So, you know, Siggi, well, you've been here before, so you know, but we have a large Filipino audience here on this show. But there are Filipinos like myself, born or raised in the Western world, who don't speak the language, the native language of the Philippines, Tagalog. And so I thought, how can we remedy this?
You should do what I did and sing Tagalog. That's how you... My mom is actually requesting that you sing more Tagalog, by the way.
That is coming.
She was talking about that yesterday.
That's
She's
actually
like,
coming.
I like when Scott sings Tagalog. He should do it more often.
No.
All right, I'll work on that. But we have one thing we can do to get us one step closer, and that is the segment called Learn Tagalog with Scott Dion Brown. So we're going to learn a phrase. And
It's for you, Siggi,
yeah.
actually.
So, Regine, what phrase are we learning here today?
We're going to learn how to say, come to my concert next week.
Come to my concert
Or
next
come
week.
to my concert next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Which
okay.
is even
Let's see,
more.
so I asked Ryan for help, and he like hardcore Tagalogged it out, like old, like hardcore that I don't even understand or how to say it. So I'm going to teach you Taglish, which is
I'm ready.
Taglish is Tagalog English, and
Makes
that
sense.
is what I spoke in high school.
Okay.
So
all
it's
right.
a thing.
Taglish, yeah, I guess.
It's a way that people do speak.
Yeah.
Because there are some people in Italy, like big city like Milan, that would say they would phrase with some English words. No, you know what I mean. So I'm trying
Same
to
idea, I
assume
guess.
that's the only that's
Yeah.
kinda similar.
Okay, so let's learn it. So we're going to say
Okay, so say punta kayo
Punta kayo
Punta kayo
sa aking concert
sa aking concert.
sa aking concert.
next Sunday.
Concert means concert. By the way.
Oh, really?
So wait, say it one more time.
Punta kayo sa aking concert.
Punta kayo.
Punta.
Punta kayo.
Don't swear in a different language.
Punta kayo
Sa aking
sa
concert.
aking concert.
Punta kayo sa aking concert.
Sa darating na linggo.
Sa darating
Na linggo.
na linggo.
Come
So say the whole thing again.
Punta kayo sa aking concert sa darating na linggo. Did I say that right, Ryan?
Yeah. We're getting the thumbs
I
up.
think you did, but don't expect me.
Break it down a little more. Let's break it down slowly.
Punta kayo
Punta kayo
sa aking concert
sa aking concert
sa darating
sa darating
na linggo.
na linggo. Sa darating na linggo. Punta ka rin sa aking
yes.
concert.
I love the effort though.
He was so confident. Punta kayo
Punta kayo
sa
sa aking concert
sa darating
na
na linggo.
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 La linggo. Perfect. And here we are learning.
Scott, what the hell did you say?
So anyway, what we were just learning was, ladies and gentlemen, please come to Siggi's concert.
Yes, next
Sunday.
Sunday.
Easter Sunday night, 9 p.m. at Siggi Music Show. Just an hour of original music, a beautiful
Oh, so it's
venue.
only an hour.
Yes, because we don't want to overplay for you.
But we'll be there
guys.
partying.
Of
till-
course, we
till
will be
late,
all
you know.
night.
There'll be music and there'll be.
So the
it's gonna
Easter
be a
Bunny
good
will
time.
come out at 10 o'clock.
Easter Bunny will be there. Eggs for everyone.
Yeah, no, it will be fantastic.
It's
We
gonna
are
be
going to
great.
record. We're going to record everything. So if you wish to be part of the
I wanna
DVD
be a
special,
part of it.
so you need
Yeah,
to come.
nice. Be there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get tickets right now. What's the website?
Bird Dog Brewery, and then you just pick the music hall. They have 3 different stages of their websites. Just pick the music hall. Go 21st April. You see my picture, and just click on it and purchase the ticket.
So invite them again in Tagalog.
Punta kayo
Sa aking,
sa
aking
sa aking
concert,
Concert
sa darating
sa darating
na linggo.
na
na linggo. We'll see you there, April 21st. Burdock Brewery, BURDOCK brewery.com. Then you go to the concert hall, find the date. Siggi Music is there.
Or just
Get your
show up
tickets.
there, guys.
Just show up. You can get it.
Wait,
It's a
we
beautiful
will,
venue.
We'll also share it on our social, which we have been. So make sure you look out for his poster on our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter. It will all be there. And
Absolutely.
You can find us at The Sit Down, I think. Hang on, let
The
me
Shit
check.
Down Radio Show. The Sit Down Radio
This all
Show
because you guys are fantastic.
on Instagram. And,
Scott, where can they find you while I find this?
I think they can. Oh, yeah. So you can find me on youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 1,000. I think I'm over 960 now. So,
Guys,
we're
get him
getting
to
there.
1,000.
We're getting there. Then
Yes,
Regine will sing.
guys.
Regine will
Deserved.
sing. Regine will sing.
We're gonna give you
Yeah.
Regina singing.
Find Siggi on Instagram, Siggi Music. Find him on Twitter, Siggi Music. Search Siggi Music on YouTube. Subscribe to him there. Siggi Music.
Music. M-U-C.
And find the one and only.
Regina Alaina. You
The
can-
same tone. That's it's a trademark
You guys can find me on Instagram at It's Regina Alaina, on Facebook at Regine Samira. I'm trying to change that. And you can find us on Instagram at The Sit Down Radio Show, on Twitter, Sit Down Scott.
Sit down, Scott.
You have to say it
Sit
like
down,
that.
Scott.
Sit Down Scott. And on Facebook, The Sit Down Radio Show, or The Sit Down with Scott.
And please
Dion
do,
Brown.
guys.
Yeah.
It's really deserved. It really is.
The show on Sunday is going to be great on
Yes.
the 21st. Like we've been
Oh, I
rehearsing
thought you
a
were
lot.
talking about our show on Sunday.
Oh, that show too.
I'm like, yeah, because, I'm the guest, so.
Well, that's right. Sunday the 21st will be
Our
our Easter special
/Galaxy.
/
launch.
Galaxy. Yeah. And maybe we'll do like a little Easter celebration right here on
The
in
Easter
studio.
Bunny's going to show.
The Easter Bunny himself.
I'm
will be
terrified
there.
of the Easter Bunny.
Well, that's more reason to bring him there. All right, well, guys, I guess should we end the show here then?
Yes, we should.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us here at this different time. We'll be back 11 a.m. next
11
week at the
a.m.
usual time. Today we just had
Yes.
some scheduling conflicts.
But yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Philippines.
Yes, that's
Enjoy
right.
your Sunday, guys.
Hey, Siggi,
Make
thank-
sure that you relax.
Go to church. It's Palm Sunday.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's
Just saying.
Fantastic.
Siggi, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks for
having me,
being our
really.
24th guest.
24th.
Our first and
24th.
24th.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
there
right.
you go.
All right, well, bye, everybody. We'll see you guys next time on the Sit Down.
Bye, sit down, listeners.
This way.
That's it for today, folks. The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. If you think 60 minutes is not enough, well, you better catch us again next week, because it is not just about music or pure talk. It's your weekend pastime. And witness the next worthy of your time episode of the program right here on Crosswave Radio. The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.